Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Tainted and Tempted podcast hosted by Asia. So, happy Tuesday, everyone, and I hope everyone is ready for Tuesday's show. Now, let me just jump right into it. So, for last week's podcast, I did discuss on how people in this society or your environment that you could live in can break you down mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's true. It could be due to friends, it could be due to family, it could be due to anyone in your circle that could break you down because they believe that you have something and you just have to know within that you go further and that you can make it. So that's what I dedicated my last episode on Tainted and Tempted podcast. So for today, I want to jump into something a little more different. And I want to focus on how this generation, the topic for today's podcast is how this generation is focused on getting clout. Can I say, and I'm going to say it again, how this generation is focused on getting clout. Now, if you don't know what clout is, I'm going to tell you. Clout is basically, for my generation, the millennials, this is what we call it. Clout is basically any fan, any subscriber, any follower that you get that when you put your content out on any platform. It could be Facebook, Instagram, it could be World Star Hip Hop. Anything that you choose to put your content on, you will have a fan, a subscriber, or anything in that nature. And that is what we call in my generation clout. So this generation is focused on getting clout, meaning if you have a high amount of subscribers or followers or anything, you are put on a higher pedestal to be looked at. So, and that's not fair. I don't think that's something that we should rationalize. I don't think that's something that we should see as something big, because some people, let me just start off with saying this. When you develop a fan base, right? It could be based off anything. A lot of people out here are doing twerk videos. A lot of people are doing inspirational videos. A lot of people are doing videos in general. It's people out here that's doing videos to show how fly they are. It's women out here doing videos when their body's getting done and they're just out looking good. And it's just, the focus and the reality is not really real. Can I say that? It's just messing up the reality of the real world. And we are so focused on the fake shit and not the real shit. And I just noticed that it's happening. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I was doing the same thing. I was focused on looking at people's Instagrams that got this going on. I got the most followers because I wanted to start a platform. This is before I started my whole podcast. This is what was the videos that I always looked forward to. Somebody that has the most following, somebody that's doing something to just, get out there. And when I really looked at it, I said, what is that mentally doing for me? Is that helping me grow? Is that making me grow within? No, it's not. So I had to really pull myself away from that and look at something more helpful towards me and where I'm trying to get in life. So, like I said, you pick and choose what kind of clout you want. You pick and choose what to watch. You pick and choose what your mind focuses on. And you have to sometimes stop that and really say to yourself, is this helping me moving forward? The amount of things that's trending in this media today, that's trending in this world today is ridiculous. Like this dumb shit that's going on to this week. Walking on crates, and if you make it to the top, you winning, and if you fall down, I don't even know how the story goes, but it's just dumb and it doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, this is what's trending in New York right now. This is what's trending in, what I'm saying, Power 105, because I follow a lot of social media outlets, and I'm just seeing it, and I'm like, what the hell does this have to do with anything? You know how much shit is going on in this world today that we need to focus on, and that's the stuff that we need to address in some damn crates. I don't know, but this is what my generation is prone to. This is what my generation finds lit. This is what my generation wants to push forward, So I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but hey, in a way, we accept it, And another thing is too, one main thing my generation is so focused on, everybody wants to become a rapper. That is one thing I noticed. Oh my God. Everybody that I meet, me podcasting, and, at one point when I was heading up networking events and meeting a lot of people in the game and, just trying to get on top, a lot of people were trying to become rappers. And it was very hard for me to meet beauticians, people that are into poetry. This is what I wanted. I wanted to have these kind of workers, these kind of visionaries on my show, but I always ran into rappers. And everybody's not put on this earth to be a rapper. Can I say this world was not created for everybody in this generation to be a rapper? How would this world look if everybody is a rapper? But let's just be honest. How would this world look if everybody decides, okay, let me just get up and be a rapper? And this has to do with what is on the media. This has to do with what is on TV. They kind of allows us to feel this way, instead of people telling us like, no, everybody is not meant to be a rapper. This will help us. This will help us guide us into a different direction. And it's not happening. Everybody is just letting it go. This is just happening, and I just don't understand why. So I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like nobody has dreams anymore in this reality, in this world. Nobody has dreams, aspirations, goals, Nobody's aspiring to be a lawyer. Nobody's aspiring to be a doctor or a pharmacist or anything in particular. And I'm not saying this to knock anybody's dreams down, I'm not saying this to be a hater or anything in that nature, but I'm just trying to say that if you're going to do something and you're determined to make it to the top in any aspect of life, you have to have a backup. You have to have something that's going to get you further in life. And you can't just aim to become a rapper and think this is what I'm going to invest my whole life into. You are up against a lot of people that are rapping, a lot of people that go hard for this, a lot of people that get in the studio every single day and dedicate their life to rapping. And you can't just wake up one day and think just because you drop one mixtape or one hit that somebody's just going to sign you 1, 2, 3. It doesn't work like that. And people are, they fix their mind to just keep on going in this lane. And it's like, no, you have to wake up and realize sometimes this lane is not for you. You have to see a different way of living. You can't just always jump on the bandwagon because you see somebody else doing it and you feel like in your heart that's lit to do. No, it's not lit to do. It's something else out there for you, and you have to figure it out. So I need people to realize this, and it's not to break anyone's dreams down, but we have to see a better way. Nobody wants to do anything anymore. Everybody feels like it's going to be given to them, and it's not like that. You have to go out there and you have to make your dreams. You have to go out there and make your reality, and that's one conflict that I noticed that we are interfering, that we are having with our elders, the older generation and the newer generation, which is us. We have to always listen to our older generation because they were on this earth way before we got here. So they have way more insight on where we're heading. They have way more insight on what we're doing, and we need to take that into consideration. And sometimes we don't listen to nobody else but ourselves because, we're hard-headed and we feel like we can do it, but that's not always the case. So you have to listen to your elders, and you have to know that what they're saying is true. You have to listen to the older generation. I learned that, and it took me some time. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, oh, I'm all perfect and I just knew right away to always listen to, my elders and my older generation and much more. No, it wasn't like that. But now, moving into the game and really trying to get ahead, you have to really listen to people and really take insight and just know that sometimes, and not all the time, the advice that they're giving you is not always wrong, or is not trying to break your spirit down, or is not trying to break you down. When it's right. So yes. So, like I said, nobody wants to do anything anymore. And I understand this generation is great now. Like, everybody wants to be entrepreneurs, business owners, beauticians, actors, actresses, and it's beautiful. Like, we are really pushing for our careers, we're really pushing for our goals, and much more. And that is something that we have to understand that we're doing. And people paved the way for us to do these things. Our generation before us, they paved the way for us to have this freedom, to have this excitement, to have this momentum, to keep going forward for our dreams. So it's a beautiful thing, like I said, and it's something that we need to keep doing. And like I get it. School is not for everyone. School is not for everyone. A lot of people that I meet in this day and age, they say, forget school. I don't want to do school. School is not for me. But when you really think about it, school sets you college. Let me just say that college, it sets you on a path in life where you're achieving something. And I say this, African Americans, my culture, this is something we need to look at. We need to look at something like this because the society and environment and everything that we live in stigmatizes us and puts us down and makes us feel like we can't go above and beyond. And we need to know that we can go above and beyond. We can go out there and follow our dreams. We can get out there and go to school. We can get out there and do things. This is something we have to know that we can achieve within. So yes, and I bring up African Americans because my race is the main one. My race is not united. And I see a lot of races that's united. I see a lot of races that have a religion. I see a lot of races that have values and morals and much more. And my race, we don't have shit. We don't really have anything. We don't. Some of us do. I'm not going to say it like that. Some of us do, but not all of us. Majority of us don't have anything. And that needs to be worked on because we need to value something. We need to hold on to something. We need to look up towards something, especially when we're out here in this world trying to fight for our dreams and goals. And this is what I realize. My culture is, we're basically what fixed on the latest hair, the latest bundles, the latest sneakers, the latest fly clothes, the latest jewelry. That is what makes up my culture. If you really understand what I'm saying, that's not really a culture, and it's just ongoing. I'm not gonna lie. I was caught up in that matrix too. Oh yeah, I gotta be fly. I gotta get the flyest clothes. I gotta do this. I gotta do that to be put on that level. And it's like, no, that shit is corny. That shit is whack. And you have to know that. And for example, it's a lot of women out here that get fake bodies. Once you get a fake body, it's like you get the most subscribers and followers everywhere. But God forbid, what if your body inflates? What if something happens to your titties and your butt and it falls out? What's going to happen? You're going to stop getting all those subscribers and they're going to jump on the next bandwagon, and they're going to jump on the next person that has what you're lacking. So when you make that initiative to put your content out there, shaking your ass, doing twerk videos or whatever you feel is the best way to get clout, you need to be mindful of how it's going to attract. What are you trying to attract? And not even attract, what are you trying to achieve? Because some people don't even think that far, and you need to think that far when you're doing something like that. Do you choose to be legendary, or you choose to be just for the moment? And I choose to be legendary. I want to be a legend. I don't want to be no fake body. I got a nice body, so I don't got to worry about that. But I'm just saying, I don't want to get no fake body. I don't want to do anything that's going to get me followers just for my physical aspect. You get what I'm saying? I want to get me followers, subscribers, fans for being real. Can I say that? For being Asia. I don't want to, you get what I'm saying? Because when this all falls out, I'm going to be remembered for what I put out there. I'm not going to be be remembered for this, for my body. You get what I mean? So I want people to realize that, and I want people to remember that. So now I would like to talk about my culture. When you think about my culture, which is African American culture, what comes to mind? What comes to mind? My culture, like I said before, is not really a culture. We are fixed on so many things, and we are behind and distracted in so many ways. And I just want us to get back on track, because at one point in time we were on track. At one point in time we weren't like this. We weren't delayed. And I just feel like if we can focus so much on the physical aspect, imagine what can happen when we really focus on ourselves and we really push forward for the way we really need to. So like I said, this is sad, but somehow we are used to this way of living. We all need to figure a way to come out of this mindset and this way of living. We always find ways to constantly hate on each other. Can I say, it's like we can't just never congratulate each other. Like, if I see somebody, my culture, my race, my color, doing what I'm doing, or not even doing something better, or I'm going to congratulate them, because if my culture is winning, we're all winning. That's just how I see it in my mind. But you know what? Everybody doesn't see it that way. They feel if somebody is winning out here, somebody's following their dreams or goals, 9 times out of 10 they hate, or they want to retaliate. And this leads to a lot of things. This leads to killing, this leads to robbery, this leads to a lot. And this is why we can't even trust our own kind. Can I say, it's hard for us to really trust our own kind, because this is what we do to each other. And it doesn't make any sense. We complain about these cops taking us out 1, 2, 3, but we do it to ourselves. So how can we go off on these cops, but when we turn around, we doing it to ourselves for the littlest things? And we have to be mindful of that. We can't let somebody take us there. We can't let like I said, somebody take us there. It's going to be people in this world that do things to you. It's going to be people in this world that try to break you down. And you just have to know, no, I'm not going to mess up my life for them. I'm not going to mess up what I have going on, for them. It's people, listen, it's so many people in this world that I can say that did some things to me, and hey, it is what it is, but I didn't retaliate in a way to the point I killed them, I got them robbed, or I got them jumped, or you know what I'm saying? I just left it alone. Yes, granted, I was mad. I get angry too. We all get angry, but I just let it be, because sometimes that's the best way to go. Just let it go. Walk away. You can't always retaliate. This world is not set out for you to retaliate on everyone that does something wrong to you. You just have to know that within. And, my culture, that's the first thing we do. When somebody fucks us over, we flip out to the T. Like, we just go off. Like, we curse you out. We flip out. And it's like, come on now. You got to really regroup yourself. You got to really talk to yourself and say, you know what, I'm better than this. And like I said, it happens. It happened to me. And you know what I do to come out of it? I say, you know what? This person just did this to me. And I think about what am I going to achieve in life. I think about where I'm heading in life and what I got lined up for myself. And I can never let nobody break that. Because I can't let somebody break me down off of one little instant. I can't go to jail for one little thing that somebody did to me. You know what I'm saying? You have to build up your strength like that, especially when you want to get into a multi-million-dollar business, whether it's podcasting, acting, being an artist or rapper, whatever you choose to be. It's always going to be somebody that tries to knock you down. It's always going to be a hater. It's always going to be somebody that does something to you that you don't approve of, but you have to be stronger within, and you have to not let it happen. And like I said, it happens. It really does. And us as African Americans, we grew up in a rough time. It's still rough for us. It's nothing is easy for us. Housing, jobs, and more. It's hard. It's hard for us to get an apartment. It's hard for us to get a job. It's hard for us to get careers. But you have to keep going. And it's even down to the point when you go for jobs. I noticed, me going for a lot of jobs in the pharmaceutical business, I noticed this. A lot of employers will look at where you live at. They will look at where you live, and they will judge you based on that. They will judge you based on a lot of things, judged on how you look, how you present yourself. And it's just fucked up. But what can you do? You have to just keep going. And I have went through this. I have went through this a lot of times with jobs. But like I said, if I would have let those people break me down and, break me down from within, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I really wanted to talk about these topics and just, everything in general with clout, with my culture, and just, just getting ahead in life, because I feel like we need to grow. We as a culture, we need to grow. And yes, it is a lot of us doing it. It is a lot of actors and actresses creating all black films, all black TV shows, The Real and much more. It's a lot of TV shows and movies, and people directing all black movies. Like I said, it's so many things out there, but it's not all of us, but I want it to be all of us. And I see that. I want all of my people to just really get it together and just know we can make it happen. And once we all together come together as a whole, it's nothing stopping us. I want my culture to stand up, and I want my culture to fight their battles, because there's a whole life out there that you can get, and I know that everyone is capable of. So, yes. So, thank you everyone for tuning into my episode of Tainted and Tempted podcast. I'm your host, Asia. And until next Tuesday, have a great day. Bye bye.